The trailer for the Backrooms film has finally been released, providing us with our first small step into this strange liminal reality. The Backrooms lit the internet on fire in a way that's hard to quantify. Something that started as a simple image posted alongside a brief scenario tapped into something primal. A deep fear of being hopelessly lost in something utterly unexplainable. A place that appears man-made, but clearly can't be. You can walk forever and find nothing but more yellow halls and buzzing lights. The only thing scarier than dying in the Backrooms is living in it. Kane Parsons was just another person putting their spin on a concept the internet was running wild with. And as you can see, he's done pretty alright. Holy fucking shit, is that number real? No wonder they gave this guy a movie. The entire population of France has seen this video. The Backrooms has always given more questions than answers, and the trailer for this movie is no exception. But after combing over this trailer dozens of times, watching it at quarter speed, and many other forms of being unemployed, I found many hidden details, references, and some answers to questions that might be burning in the back of your mind. The first part of the trailer I want to talk about is actually the first seconds of the trailer.
I found something in the store.
Okay.
You might recognize the song in the background. This is 647 by Instupendo. Its off-kilter, out-of-tune feel makes it very popular in a lot of Backrooms and liminal space videos. It's a shame we only hear the beginning of the song in the trailer, but honestly, I kind of understand. The song gets pretty groovy at times, and it would probably ruin the trailer's ambiance. Next is the entrance to the Backrooms. This doorway pays clear homage to the Backrooms video game-based origins. This narrow gap is very reminiscent of misaligned textures, a common occurrence in a lot of video games, where you'll have a very narrow gap. And sometimes, if you line yourself up just right, you can actually slip through these gaps. Soon after this point, we hear a couple of strange voices.
Hello?
The woman we hear speaks in Urdu. Now, I will admit my Urdu is a little rusty and this person has a strong accent, so it's a little hard to understand them, but after listening very closely, I can confirm she says, "We the citizens of Earth welcome you." The important thing to note is that this is actually a recording from the Voyager spacecraft. I don't know if this means the Voyager somehow wound up in the Backrooms during its voyage, but I think it's more likely that it's meant to be ironically symbolic of our main character entering the Backrooms, which to him is a alien world, flipping the original meaning of the message on its head. During this scene, we also see a strange shadowy figure down the hall. Now I'm going to take a wild guess and say, this is 100% a mannequin. We know the voice can't be theirs, so it makes sense that this just isn't a person. Couple that with the fact that she doesn't move even a millimeter, and I think it's pretty obvious that this is a mannequin. We then see the main character talking to his therapist about the Backrooms, but his therapist doesn't believe him. This is a reference to how in real life, therapists are all complete idiots who won't admit when they're wrong, and that I could quit drinking anytime I want to. But more importantly, he makes this map. And after doing a thorough examination of this map and cross-referencing it with many of the locations in the trailer, I came to a realization. This little smudge we see right here is actually the furniture pile from earlier in the trailer. And using that room as a reference for the scale of the rest of the map, I can actually say, this isn't that big. I get that this map isn't it and it goes on infinitely, But he doesn't know that, and he's saying,
You gotta understand, it's massive in there.
Buddy, I hate to break it to you, but you've explored less than a Walmart's worth of the backroom so far. Later on in the trailer, we see him bring a couple of friends to record evidence. This is very similar in style to the original short film Kane Pixels made that got so popular. We even see one of the people put on a bungee and explore a region he'll need to be pulled up from later. This is a reference to that one guy in the friend group who's a complete idiot and will get himself killed. We also see a pile of dead bodies right above what looks like a hallway that goes through the ceiling. If I were to guess, this hallway has an entrance to the backrooms, but as soon as people enter, they fall to their death, their fate being sealed before they even know what happened. But while he's down here, we see these splotches of a black mold-like substance. This is something found in Kane's original web series, and it's part of a disease that infects you if you stay in the backrooms for too long. This disease has always been a mystery in the series, but we might finally get some answers in this movie. My current theory is that it slowly turns you into one of these squiggle guys. The next thing I want to highlight is this very brief shot of the main character getting a bag of supplies from a hidden storage compartment. This shot is very brief, but think about what it implies. Why would he need to hide these things? I really doubt that these guys are going to be stealing your protein bars. No, the thing you would need to hide your supplies from is other people. We've already seen the bodies of many people trapped in the backrooms. It's not a stretch to think that some of them might not be bodies. People trapped in the madness of this location for an unknowable amount of time, with little to no food or water, could be as dangerous as any monster that inhabits the backrooms. You might even say that we are the real monsters. I don't have very high hopes for the party exploring the backrooms to gather evidence. I know my horror tropes well, and characters who carry cameras into places have a 90% fatality rate. Also, I really doubt that the therapist lady would walk into the backrooms if she actually saw this video. It's much more likely that the party goes missing and she goes looking for them. The next reference happens at exactly a minute 45 into the video. Right here. Do you recognize this shot? How about now? That's right, this is a one-to-one recreation of the original Backrooms location, even down to the right wall having a slightly different wallpaper. The next shot of the trailer I think is worth analyzing is this shot of the main character being watched by a security camera. Those of us who've kept up with the web series know exactly what this means. A security camera can only point to one thing. That's right, Five Nights at Freddy's. Okay, fine, I was messing with you. The security camera actually points to Async being in the movie. Async is the organization responsible for creating the backrooms. It's nice to have confirmation that they'll be in the movie. The next important shot is this shot of these two colorful guys wrestling. This is a clear and obvious reference to Among Us. No, this is just Async again, I'm kidding. The last section of the trailer I want to talk about is actually the very last shot of the trailer. Just after the title drop, there's a blink and you'll miss it moment. This shot appears to depict the pool rooms. The pool rooms are arguably the second most popular backroom sublevel behind the classic yellow. It'll be interesting to see what, if any, other backroom sublevels are included in this movie. But that isn't all this brief shot has to offer. Most people were too distracted by the pool rooms and the fact this guy looks like he's taken a leak to realize the true horror staring them in the face. The person in this shot isn't alone. This brief blink and you'll miss it moment is the only shot in the entire trailer that actually has an entity in it. And the lore implications are huge. You don't see the entity yet? How about now? Still don't see it? Don't blame you. Let me up the brightness and contrast. Hero bra. Hey, if you enjoyed this video because you're insane or whatever, maybe check out this other video where I review a different A24 movie. Or if you want to watch a good video, watch this one I made about Minecraft ARGs. It's really entertaining.